Good morning. This is Deanna with her flabby arms in attendance. I don't care, by the way. I've been saying that a lot lately. I do not care. Okay, today we are going to do something fun. We're going to start with something fun, and then we're going to do something so yummy, I think, that we are going to lose our ever-loving minds. We're going to make cake mix in a jar. Isn't that not the cutest stinking thing you have ever seen? This is a vanilla cake mix, but I have recipe for spice and I have a recipe for double chocolate, and we'll get those maybe next week or the week after. We got to ration things out. Vanilla. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I made one. We're going to bake this one. And then I'm going to make 2 more for my shelves because I have high expectations. I believe that it's going to be delicious. So for this recipe, in a pint jar, it will take 1.5 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Don't let me forget that stinking baking powder, okay? Don't let me forget, because I've done that in the brownie episode. Now I was able to fix it. I'll let you guys know in advance, but don't let me do it here. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's it. You have everything on your shelves, I'm guessing, to make this. And the wet ingredients are not that bad either. Okay? They are 1/2 cup of butter softened. Okay? You could use butter, you could use margarine, and a pinch, I'm thinking you could use vegetable oil or applesauce. 1/2 cup of milk, 2 large eggs, or if you want it to be white instead of a yellow cake, then you can do 4 egg whites. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla, unless you're like me and then it's half a bottle. We're going to bake that at 350 for 30 to 40 minutes in an 8x8 or a 9x9 pan. Then we're going to eat cake. We're going to eat some glorious cake. Let me make sure I got those measurements right. 1.5 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Which one of you is watching for those? Raise your hand. Okay, now I know we live in a virtual world and there's really no way you can correct me in the moment, but nevertheless, start gasping when you see the error. Let me bring you down here. My counter's clean. Oh, looks like I got some cream cheese on my counter left over from a late breakfast. Take care of that. Oh, you can see them. Let's not see how many days I've been wearing those. Okay, so we're going to do I have 3 cups of flour in here? We might have to open up another package. Okay, so we're going to do 1.5 cups of flour, in each jar. Now my husband's best friend is picking him up at the airport tomorrow on the next Tuesday. And I have to bake some nice things to give him when he drops my husband off at 1 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to make him some of those brownies. We made the mix for that. I'm going to make him this cake, and then I might make him some cookies. But just having this on hand makes everything easy. You can do something nice for somebody, and it doesn't really take anything. All right, what I discovered making this jar is that you do need to shake it down. If you want everything to fit, you need to shake it down. Whew. We just got by under the wire, don't we? That's okay. I bought my flour for the month and it's underneath the counter. Okay, here we go. 3/4 cup. I only have a 1/2 cup measuring that's clean, so we're going to do 1. And then we're going to do about a 1/2. Would you guys call that a 1/2? All right, let's shake that down. There we go. That one's done, except for the baking powder and the salt. We're going to do 1.5. There it is. I'm going to shake that one down. And then we're going to do a half. There we go. I have not been drinking this morning. All right, now we're going to use a full teaspoon of baking powder. Did you see me look? Well, you don't because you can't see my face. Looking over here to make sure I got it right. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking powder per jar. 1 and 2. And then I swear to God, to that lovely person, whoever you are, who gave me this tip, loving it. Oh, let me get the right size. We almost had a snafu. A half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Half a teaspoon. There's the salt. And there's the salt. If I have the time and energy, I'll give you an estimate on how much these ingredients cost, as opposed to what you're going to pay in the supermarket. So that's it. I now have 2 cake mixes on my shelves for cake that I can bake anytime I want to. Anytime I have a friend who's having a hard day. Anytime I have a friend who did something a little bit worthy of some acknowledgement. Anytime my sweet tooth is acting up. Baby, that is every day. Every day. That's how I got these hips. All right, let's look at them. Let's admire them. Let's worship at the altar of the cake gods. That's probably blasphemy. I do not care. Do we love it or do we love it? I think we love it. If you don't love it, you can say that in the comments. You do not have to agree with me. You just need to be respectful and non-shaming. You can say, Deanna, oh, honey, that cake mix just doesn't look good to me. And you know what? I'll text you back and I'll say, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you have one that might be better? Because I would love to try that. And I'll go on my merry way. And you can go on your merry way. Yeah. Apparently I'm not over that yet. I really am. I'm just having a little bit of fun, you guys. I'm just having a little bit of fun. Now, I'm thirsty. I need to grab something to drink. I'm like dehydrated. Like Sahara Desert dehydrated. And then I'm going to gather a mixing bowl, my mixers, turn my oven on, all the ingredients, the wet ingredients. I'm going to come back and you and I are going to bake this cake. Once that goes in the oven, I'm going to turn this one off and I'm going to start a new episode of Bumblebee's Lentil and Beef Soup. It's got some ingredients in it, so I need to get everything prepared so we can do that one nice and smooth. Wow. The stuff that is going in my head. All right, I will see you guys in a few minutes. Don't you go anywhere. Stay right there. Okay, I'm back. See, that did not take very long, right? All right, let's talk about these wet ingredients. We're going to start with a half a cup of milk. This is a food bank item. We're going to start with 2 eggs. These are food bank items. And let me see if my butter's melted. Yeah. A little bit hot. We have a half a cup of melted butter. And that is also a food bank item. So as far as the wet ingredients go, whoopsie, whoopsie. We almost had smashed chicken. Anything can happen at any time on this show. All right? We have my vanilla. The vanilla is mine. I had to put it in this jar because I am making a new batch of vanilla in my spiced rum bottle. And that, oh God, that smells so good. And it takes about 6 to 8 months to get it the way I like it. So I'm afraid that I'm going to have to buy vanilla before I get that far. But isn't that gorgeous color? All right, let's get to it. So, I don't know what the directions say. Apparently I didn't write the directions down. So that must mean that I believed myself capable of making this cake without directions. So here's to me. Here's to us. 1/2 cup of butter. There we go. 1/2 cup of milk. Deanna, what are you humming about? Well, I always think my milk is good, but then I'm always afraid that I'm going to use it on a day where it's turned. And I would rather know about it here than somewhere else. Sweet as can be. 1/2 cup of milk. All right, I'm having fun this morning. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm having a blast. Okay, now that butter was a little bit warm, so I'm going to mix it in. You guys don't want to see me anyway. There we go. All right. I'm going to mix it in with that cool milk and kind of bring that temperature down before I add the eggs. Doesn't appear to be too much to that. Oh, still have some milk. Okay. A little bit of vanilla. I think it said 2 teaspoons. But I'm feeling pretty fancy here with my measuring spoons that I almost never use. So let's do it the real way. Like real people. 1 and 2. God, it smells good. I wish you guys could be here. We could sit around, chitty chat, and bake a cake together. All right, let's get that in there. Can you guys see? Yeah. And let's do 2 of these eggs. For those of you who are keeping an eye on the chicks with me, I turned those eggs today, twice already. I think they have, what, 21, 19, 18. They got about 18 days to go, is my guess. I think next Friday or Saturday, or 3 weeks from, I don't know, around the 20th, first day of spring, somewhere around there. I guess when they start chirping like they did the day that one hatched. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be any problem. And let's add our cake mix. Our beautiful vanilla cake mix. That we paid pennies for. I'm going to calculate that for you guys. That's too good. Oh, I got my mixer out. Should I use it? Why not? Okay, it's going to be a little bit of noise. There we go. That is mixed. You guys know what I'm going to do next? I think you do. I think you do. I'm going to taste it. I know. Eggs. Well, I'm 60. A raw egg hasn't killed me yet. I've come close to death a couple of times, and it has never been because of a raw egg. All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to check for the vanilla, actually. Glad I checked. I am going to add 2 more. What? Yeah. Yep. I'm going to add 2 more. When I want a white cake, I want to be able to taste the vanilla. Looks like this is going to be yellow cake because I used a whole egg. Let's see what we think. Washing my spoon for you guys. I don't know. The guy upstairs can certainly have some cake if he wants. It's more cake than Grandma and I can eat. Let's see what we think here. So that would have been a tablespoon and a teaspoon. So I'm going to add 2 more teaspoons, and then we're talking about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I do not think that is excessive, but I love my vanilla. If you think it's excessive, you make this cake, and you decide how much vanilla you want to put in it, okay? Her recipe calls for 2 teaspoons. And I'm guessing that's probably enough for most people, but not for me. And since it's my kitchen, I'm adding more vanilla. All right, let's see what we think. Hi, booby chickens. Are you laying under the nightlight? One of them's laying underneath the chick light. Don't trust them. They've been full of it this morning. Okay, let's see what we think. Okay, I can live with that. Here we go. I have a very fancy baking pan here. This is a family heirloom. It's been in the family for 100 years. I have a month to go. My stuff, I think, ships out on the 8th or 9th of March. And then because they hit other places in their travels from New Mexico to Washington, it can take anywhere up to a month to get here. That's okay. I know it's coming. All right. We are going to use the appropriate tool. And we're going to put the cake mix in this pan and see how much of it fits in there. You guys want to see that? Yeah, okay. I think it makes a lot of cake mix. Now, I'm not going to lick the bowl like when I was 5 because that would just be wrong. So let's get all of that in there. Move my clip. I don't know if I've got a clean pair of scissors or not. I should have. Let me see if I can find them. If I don't see them right away, I'll come back and turn you guys off. Yep. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I just like to trim up this extra paper. I find it irritating to have too much paper. There we have it. There is our perfectly adorable, sweet little cake. Absolutely ideal for 1 to 4 people when all you want is a piece of cake, not cake every day for 10 days. Okay, I'm going to put that in the oven, 350. I'm going to put my Google timer on for 30 to 35 minutes, and I'm going to clean my kitchen. All right, I'll see you a little bit later. All right, I am back. I got lots of things going on. Right here is a great big pot of beef and lentil soup that I am working on today. That will come out a little bit later today. Behind me, you can probably hear my dehydrator. There it is. I got some parsley and cilantro doing its thing there. Over there. 2 little black chickens giving me the evil eye. Somewhere out there are 3 little gumballs running around on my blanketed floor. And Grandma, last I checked her, was sound asleep. Oh, 1 little chicken is right here. I need to be really careful. Oh, there's 2 of them. You know what? I am, for safety's sake, going to pick those guys up and put them back in their crate, because if I step back and I don't realize they're there, that's a problem. So I'll be back. Bridget, Butterball, Jones, Fatty Pants. Would you like to tell everybody how difficult you were to catch? Let me move this cake. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't she the cutest? Oh, she's so fat. She's so fast. She's hard to catch. All right, I am going to put Bridget Butterball Jones, the last remaining free-range chicken, in my living room, in her crate. Then I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to come back to you. Okay, I have washed my hands. 2 black chickens over there, 3 little gumballs are where they should be. And now we're going to take a look at this cake. Okay, so here it is out of the oven. Looks pretty good. And I'm just going to take a corner off. If I can find a knife. Oh, okay. All right. Because I want to see what this cake tastes like on its own. So I'm just going to nip a little corner. Okay? Just a tiny little corner. And there it is. Okay, let's see what we think. Take a little bite. Okay. This cake tastes good, but the texture is heavy. And I think that's my fault, because it called for softened butter and I melted the butter. So the next one I make, I'm going to make sure that I have softened butter and see if it makes a difference. Now, is this unedible? No. Does it taste good? Yes. Okay, so that cake all by itself is good. Okay, it's good. Now, I have a half a can of whipped vanilla fluffy white frosting that I used on my biscotti. Didn't throw it away, didn't know what I was going to use it on, but here we are. So if I had frosting and I made this cake, let's see what we think. All texture issues fade away under a blanket of frosting. I'm gonna eat the other bite. That's good. Now, Uh-oh. Get off. Get off. Right above this phone screen video, there is a gray text box. And it is full of all kinds of words that I cannot say on a YouTube channel. You fill in the blanks, people. Those chickens are killing me. Let me go wash my hands again. And I'm going to come back to you. Life is an adventure at my house every single day. Now, I have some items that I'm looking at that I am going to do with this cake. If I can find a wooden spoon. Probably don't know if I have one. We'll use a straw. Okay, so we're going to go from good. Good is plain by itself. Nothing wrong with that. I know lots of people who don't like icing on their cake. I am not one of them. And then we went to better by just adding a little bit of your Betty Crocker whipped white fluffy frosting. But now, my lovelies, we are going to go to best. At least in my mind, we're going to best. I don't know how it'll translate down here. I'm going to take my straw and I am going to poke holes in my cake. Okay? Then I'm going to use some of my cherry syrup and I'm going to pour that over the cake. Then I'm going to take my white fluffy frosting and I'm going to add half of my whipped cream cheese. And I'm going to put that on top. What do you think? Think it's going to be good? I hope it's going to be good. Let me bring you down. You see me right there, I guess. Okay, let's just do this. Oh, I guess it makes little holes okay. Kind of like that Jell-O cake that we all ate in the 7th and 8th grade. Our moms made it for us for potlucks. We might still make it ourselves in the summertime if we live where it's hot. I made it a lot in New Mexico. Yeah, I'm thinking this will be okay. All right, we want lots of little holes. Okay, maybe a few more right there. Okay, I think that looks okay. Now, we're going to take this cherry syrup and we are going to put that cherry syrup over this cake. Now, I don't know if it'll go down into those holes or not. This cherry syrup is pretty... Don't know what that was on my spoon. It's pretty sweet. I think it's going to be good. Hope it's going to be good. All right, got a little bit more here. Let's just use it all. So that was about a half a cup of cherry syrup. I'm wondering if I need any more. And I'm thinking that I might. I really want that cherry flavor to sink into this cake and be nice and moist. Okay. So this is another jar of something that I made with my food bank supplies, and now it's empty and I'm using it now. So I'd call that a win. Let me go grab another jar. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, this one's got a lot of little cherries in it. That's even better. Want that all the way around the edges. Okay, now it looks like it got into those holes pretty good. So we're going to call that good. At least for right now. Now I am going to take my white frosting and I'm going to add about half of this cream cheese, and it's just Great Value whipped cream cheese. Nothing crazy, but I want a little different flavor than the white. Here we go. And I think I can just use my knife and do what I want to do here. And if we need more cream cheese, we'll add it. I have another whipped cream cheese in the refrigerator. Grandma likes it on her French toast. I like it on bagels. Oh, it smells good, you guys. My arms are doing their jello-y thing. Okay, now I need to taste that. Let's see what we think. Got a clean spoon because I actually did do my dishes. All right, let's see what we think. We're just seeing if we like the frosting. That's nice. Thinking about adding a little cherry syrup to the frosting for a nice pink frosting on top of this cake. I don't know. Thinking about it. Okay. I apparently am going to put the white frosting on the top as is. So let's do that. I'm going to save a little bit out. There's my little corner that I ate. Oh, you guys can't even see. How's that? Right there. Yeah, I think I want it all white, so let's do that. I thought maybe I might try to marble some of that cherry syrup in, but I don't think that's the day for this. Oh, looks like I'm doing it anyway. We're going to go ahead and use all of it now because I don't have anything else that I think I'm going to need this for. So let's use it up. That can of frosting we used it for 2 projects for my biscotti. If you guys haven't tried that biscotti that I made with the grapefruit peels, I really encourage you to do that. It is so good. It is so good. My husband wants to come home for that biscotti alone. Now, I would love to sample this for you right now, But I think this is better served to go into the refrigerator for an hour or two. So let's go ahead and do that. And I will come back and try it at that point. Okay? So I'm just going to stick this in the refrigerator and let's see what we think in a little bit. Woo. Wow. For you guys, it's been like that. For me, it's been a lot of things. So, what are you going to hear collaterally? I have the dehydrator going behind me. 2 black chickens are over here. Grandma is going to have cake. So after we sample it here, I'm going to go give Grandma a piece and she's going to try it and we're going to see. I didn't mean to wink. All right. For you guys, it's been like that, which is great. For me, whew. Wow. It's been crazy. But good. It's been a good day. And you know what? We're going to have some cake. We made it together. We're going to eat it together. All right. I just went in and checked on Grandma. She's had her dinner. It's been a while since dinner. And she's going to sample some of the cake with us. So I'm going to sample it here with you guys. And then I'll take her a piece and let her be on camera. Hold on. Never quite prepared. Okay, so this is our cake, right? So we made the cake mix together. That was fun. Easy, right? It's so stinking easy. And then we baked this cake and we went from good, better, best. Good was cake by itself. We all have people in our lives who don't eat their cake with frosting. I think that's like, I don't understand that. I don't. Okay, my husband is that way. I don't get it. All right, so cake without frosting is good. For some people. Cake with frosting is better. Now we're going to find out if cake with homemade cherry syrup and a cream cheese vanilla frosting, good, better, best, is best. All right? All right. Let's see what we got. Where's the corner I chewed off? Okay. And I'm just going to go with the corner that I've already been working on. Well, we know I'm going to have a big piece. Okay. What are they doing, Grandma? What's work? Okay. Okay. You're just giving me a warning because they're being naughty? Yes. That is Betty Jan and Sissy. And Grandma says they're being naughty. No cake for them. Okay, so my only complaint to this point is that the cake was a little heavy. And it might be heavy because your girl doesn't read directions. It's softened butter, not melted butter. So until I make this cake again, this is just what we have to work with. So here's the insides of the corner piece. And you can see that the cake isn't as light and fluffy as I would like. But I'm not the kind of girl who's ever turned down cake. So let's give it a bite. You ready? In fact, it could use more frosting. This is going to be a big bite. That's not going to surprise you guys. I can't eat nicely on camera. Can you see it? There we go. All right. I'm going to take 2 bites. I'm going to try not to be a pig. Here we go. Well, the flavor's good. I just got the cake and the syrup is scrumptious doodle, people. It's really good. Now this is the money bite because it has the frosting on it. So let's see what we think. I need to slide that down the fork a little bit. I'll never get that in my mouth gracefully. Gracefully? Can't do anything gracefully. Here we go. Mm. We did it, people. We took a pennies on the dollar cake mix that we made ourselves with 4 ingredients. I bet that is in every single one of you guys' cupboards. Flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. And I hope you guys all have salt in a mason jar with the Parmesan lid. Having a good day. Little things make me happy. We did it. Okay? Then we baked a cake. Now, is it going to win a blue ribbon at the fair? Not this one. The one I make where I do the butter right, it has a better chance. But honestly, it's not bad. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, flavor-wise, I would give it a 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, texture-wise, and this is my fault, this isn't the recipe, I would give it a 7 or an 8. I'm going to take another bite. I have, however, been known to eat cake that is a 2 or a 3, so a 7 is, you know, it's all right. Mmm. Can you guys hear my little yellow chicks? They're all in their crate singing away. Now they stopped. There's a little bit. And these 2 down here are singing. I have a happy house. I do. All right, let's take another bite for real. Okay? Let's take another bite for real. I would love to put more frosting on this cake. I love frosting. Frosting is everything. All right, here's a little bite. Anybody want 2 chickens? Sissy and Betty Jan. They're not housebroken, but they're lovely. Here we go. Here's the bite I really want. That cherry syrup that I made is so good. Mmm. I would add more frosting. Can you guys see how much frosting is on there? It's skimpy. Skimpy frosting. Cake is good. I'm going to eat a whole piece with Grandma. Grandma's going to eat a little piece. And then I think I'm going to button it up. I want to get this this video out tonight. And then I have one more little video. Well, it's a little bit bigger. It's the soup video. I want to get that out. The third little video with, you know, upcoming announcements, I'm not going to deal with that tonight. We'll probably deal with that tomorrow. Okay, you guys are lovely. You have the best night ever. I want all of you to sleep the sleep of the innocent. And I will see you when I see you. I don't know if I'm filming tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But if not, you know, I'll be back in a day or 2 with something. One of you viewers asked me if I could show how to can beans. Now, I think I've done that already with you guys, but since she requested it, I'm probably going to do it again. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, but there'll probably be a repeat of the beans. I've got a lot of pinto beans. Yes, I do. All right, those of you who know, you know. All right. Good night, you guys. You guys are lovely. Bye-bye. Grandma.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
You want to wave hello to everybody? So this is the cake I made, Grandma. And first of all, do I have permission to video?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Are those little grubbers going to get any of your cake?
I don't think so. They're eating my toe right now, so it'll be too full.
You have a fly swatter, darling, right there that you can use.
Their little bodies with.
I'll get them with the fly swatter.
Oh.
Okay, Grandma, this is a cake that the viewers and I made together. We made a mix together like you would get at Walmart. And then we doctored that cake up, and there it is. So you are able to take a bite now. The red stuff is a cherry syrup that I made. And it, in my opinion, it's delicious. But I want to hear what you think.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you can give honest opinion. You don't have to try to say anything that you don't want to say. If you think there's something wrong with it, you can say what's wrong with it. If there's stuff that's right with it, you can say what's right. You are the critic.
It looks good.
You like the way it looks?
Yeah.
How does it taste?
It tastes good.
What do you...
that off.
Well, how do you like the cherry syrup, Grandma?
Cherry syrup.
Did you get a bite? Try to get a bite of the red stuff.
Okay, let me see.
Can you work your fork around there to get it, the red stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a bite with red stuff.
It's good.
Good enough?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Grandma says it's good enough. All right. So, Grandma, I've got some things to do. So, you enjoy your cake. Do you want anything to drink?
I don't think so.
Okay. What time does your clock say?
My clock says 8:30.
Is it 8:30?
Well, 8:25.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I'll be in an hour to get you ready for bed unless you need me before then. Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right. You want to wave goodbye to everybody? Say ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. That's from both of us. Ta-ta. Oh, wait. Let me do my beauty queen wave. There we go. There we go. There's the real beauty queen in this house right there. All right, you guys. You're lovely. I will see you next time. Ta-ta. Grandma, did you just call me?
Yes.
What did you need, sweetheart?
More frosting.
More frosting? You want more frosting on the cake?
Yes.
You know, that's exactly what I said when I was in the kitchen. I told him I thought it needed more frosting on the top and that the cake was a little too heavy.
Or a lot of whipped cream or something.
Well, we're currently out of whipped cream, sadly. Tomorrow there will be no princess coffee with whipped cream.
What?
I know.
This world is
I know.
up.
We're refugees, Grandma. We're refugees. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It did need more frosting, but that's all the frosting I made, so that's all the frosting there is.
You should just put frosting on one piece. Until the rest of it is chickens.
All right. You know what? You're funny.
We have chickens. That's why we...
Okay, Grandma, I just cannibalized that cake. There's at least 2 pieces now that are butt naked with no frosting.
Oh, well, that's good.
Is that going to work for you?
That'll work for me.
Okay, and then because she and I are so alike, I put extra frosting on my piece. We're going to enjoy our cake. You guys have a lovely night. Ta-ta.
Man, yeah, look at the size of that frosting. That is a good hunk of cake for a chicken.
Grandma, I don't think they should be eating cake and frosting.
Why not?
Well, they're chickens, for one thing.
That isn't anything.
Frosting isn't good for them.
Well,
this is Sissy, by the way, everybody.
Oh.
What's the matter, Grandma? What's the matter, sweetheart?
I'm sad. thinking about those little chickies going without. Look at them. Look at those two
Oh.
little chickies.
Grandma, they don't go without. Is this the other one?
Yes.
It's Betty Jan. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I can't tell them apart anymore.
Uh-oh.
Betty Jan. I don't know which one's Betty Jan.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this one is Betty Jan. She's the bigger one. The one closest to you.
Okay.
Betty Jan and Sissy.
Look at them.
Oh my God. Not only do I have to pick up unmentionables off the floor, I now have to pick up cake and frosting.
Oh, dear me.
My life is a
You guys are alive
perfect
and
nightmare.
picking up poop.
I don't want to be. Oh, okay. What are you doing, beasties? Grandma, are you not going to eat your cake? Did you get enough?
It's awfully rich.
Now that I've loaded it with frosting because you wanted all the extra frosting, now it's too rich. Oh, people, this is my life. This is my life. You don't have to eat it, Grandma.
Oh, I want to try another bite.
I mean, I would love to eat my cake, but my cake has chicken germs all over it now.
I don't see any germs.
You guys know that off camera, I just reach right over and eat that cake.
Of course.
On camera, I try to have manners.
Oh, okay.
Not only do I have to watch my language, Grandma, I have to have manners, like real manners.
Yeah.
I know. All right, that seems to be enough.
Oh, look at that little thing dusting. There's no dust, but it's being trying to be so clean anyway. Oh, how precious.
They're going to curl up. Once they curl up, they're not going to want to come with me. They're going to want to sleep in here with you.
Oh, precious baby.
Oh! Oh, well, that was embarrassing on camera, Sissy. Or Betty Jan. I can't tell them apart this far.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at them.
I'm looking at them.
They're dusting.
Yes, they are. Oh, they're coming over back for cake. All right. There has to be an end to this, people. This has to be the end. This is the final night. Night, and have a good evening.
Oh, you guys have made it to 50 million thingamajiggers.